So, I have vlogged my experience in Galway and Mayo counties from my recent trip to Ireland. I traveled from Dublin to Galway with my husband by train. So, before the train reaches Galway, I want to talk about Ireland. Ireland is mostly wet, and so is Western Ireland. Fishing and farming are the main businesses in the West. Raising cows and sheep is one of the top things to do in the West. There are loads of cattle on the way to Galway. Galway is famous for traditional Irish rings called Claddagh rings or mood rings. There are many stories about who made the Claddagh rings. Richard Joyce was at top of the stories, so he could be the creator of the ring. The picture in the top right corner shows the original golden Claddagh ring, which is 300 years old. These rings are traditionally handed down from mother to daughter. There is a modern version of this ring. I overheard that Galway is the best place to buy Claddagh rings. Carroll's is the best bet for tourist jewelry in Galway. From Oranmore, the sea view starts on your left. Oh my god, the Taj roof cottages. Then, the people on the west coast are often seen as more relaxed and easygoing, valuing the simple things in life compared to the busy Eastern Ireland. I think we reached Galway. So, Galway, 800-year-old city, and I was told 20,000 out of 80,000 are students in Galway. And this King's Head pub on the left is the historical side because this was home to one of the 14 tribes, I think Lynch. You can get a pint even at 1 o'clock in the day and no one will judge you. That's Galway. Galway hookah beer is a famous local drink. And 14 merchants control Galway between the mid 13th century and the late 19th century. These 14 flags represents these 14 tribes. This is I Square, 18th century Galway's hub. A lot of streets are named after these 14 wealthy people. As you know, I have already narrated Joyce and Lynn's story. Check out the pedestrian crossing sound. Wait for it. It was actually funny, no offense. This is basically designed to assist people with hearing difficulties. Please wait for it. It's not coming. Okay, there it is. Legendary. Yeah, and she's the Galway girl with black hair and blue eyes. And don't you think the music is almost same as Scottish music? I think all Celtic music would be the same. Look at the colors. Eye-catching double deckers. So cool. Oh my gosh. And the vibrant murals. It was windy. I had to detangle all the time in Galway. The seagulls. Monsters. The colorful houses. That's the standard for coastal cities or towns, I believe. And ribbon-lock bridges. Yeah, why not? I have heard about love-lock bridges. Why can't it be ribbon-lock bridges? The water was clear. I think this is Claddagh River. I would say Ireland is rainbow country. Isn't it beautiful and scenic? I clicked so many snaps on this very spot. Now we are on the way to Kilmore Abbey. It was a little bit overcast and it was a day of showers. It was not too cold that you need your winter jacket on. Rain jackets were fine in July. The locals said Western Ireland is tough to live in. It is basically full of rocks. So this is Abbey. Kilmore Abbey had a mind-blowing appearance as it stood in front of the mountains. Always mountains and clouds are way to my heart. A bit of history about the Kilmore Abbey. Am I boring you? You can always mute me and indulge in the scenic views. Okay, Mitchell Henry, who lived in the 19th century, was a good man. He helped the locals recover from the famine. This was his estate. Oh, the Victorian furnitures, teacups. Both Mitchell Henry and his wife Margaret are buried together in the mausoleum, so don't visit the abbey in the night. Margaret and Mitchell may haunt you. This is the estate's garden. It's well maintained. Now is the history time. During the Great Famine, the landlords provided work to the agricultural workers or poor people so they could receive food or income as payment. So the workers built stone walls on the mountains. You can see thin lines on the mountains, but these walls don't serve any purpose. These stone walls never fell over because of the design. The stones are holding each other. I think now you have learned how to spot the Western Irish mountains. Maybe. Now we were on a way to our next stop. This is a place called Killary Fjord or Killary Jord. Anyway, the driver set us down and asked us to walk for 15 minutes to enjoy the view. Isn't this gorgeous? Did I mention the music is same as Scots? You know, a lot of other things are the same, like flora and fauna and the language Gaelic. Not entirely, but there are similar and identical words like glen and loch. Okay, let me go on a mute and you can enjoy the view. Our next stop was Kong village. I took the Get Your Guide one day trip, so they usually stop in some village to have some coffee breaks. If you stop here, try visiting Kong Abbey. Also, Kong is famous for the Quiet Man movie. Was I a good history teacher or a tourist, at least? And I'm Shirley exploring the world with my husband, so this is Shirley's World. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you have got something out of it. I will meet you guys in another episode. Until then, a lot of love and hugs.